Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. We are continuing our playthrough here in this cycle, and I think we are going to go to the Levitating Monument and the marshlands here, kind of blocking these guys out, the Brass Order, and we're going to go right here next to this, and then that'll position us to be able to move to whatever's behind this question mark next time around. So let's go ahead and pick that, and let's go with the humans. I'm hoping one of these two question marks will be beavers, but you know, no guarantees in life. So we'll see how that goes. This will give us 10 artifacts, which will give us some more resources. We need more food right now to buy more stuff, more meta progression stuff. So we'll just kind of, you know, play along as it is and see what we can do. I think with the one extra embark point, I'll go ahead and get some roots just to have them available just in case if we need them. If we look at modifiers, you know, only one positive and the rest negative. We'll find what those are in a moment. Levitating Monument is cool. Well, one, this will give me a deed, which will give me some experience in the meta progression, but it lets you move almost any building in your settlement, which is kind of cool. Without paying a fee or penalty, I don't believe so. And then this is the same as last time, where you know the vegetation is mutated, so you get a bunch of different bonuses. Now the downside to this is you get less lumber because you're getting a bunch of other resources from the trees instead. So you're getting crystallized dew, you're getting plant fiber, stone, incense, meat, and wood. So getting a little bit of everything. 5% chance bonus yields from production and gathering for each hostility level. So the more hostile it is, the better the resource gathering is going to be. So interesting. Let's see what our forest mysteries are this time around. And we are looking at Horrors from Beneath. Workers in mines get -10 during the storm. Rain dissolves. So recipes producing building materials yield 50% less during storms. And then blight rot cysts are a bigger pain in the butt. Those are both at level 3, hostility 3. And then this one, the impatient grows quicker as a result of those blight rots, and the blight rots are more common. So that is a negative synergy that could be pretty bad. So if we get overtaken with blight rots, we're going to see impatience grow really quick. So we have to be careful with that, because sometimes we let our impatience get up pretty high and before we knock it back down and get enough people happy with us to knock it back down. So definitely going to have to be a little cautious. This is an interesting arrangement here. I don't know if I've ever seen it quite laid out in this way, but that's all right. We'll just kind of rotate everything accordingly. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to rotate the camera, and now we're kind of like we normally are. Got some room for some decorations here. I could fill that in, but you know what? I'm actually going to go, I'm going to go rogue here. I'm going to break my normal trend, and I'm going to leave some space right here to build some stuff. And you know what? Why not? You know what? I'm feeling a little feisty today. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that on this side as well. All right, let's go too wide. Just leave some space in there to build some stuff. Yeah, it doesn't cut perfectly even though. I guess no matter what we do, it's not going to be perfectly down the center. So that's going to drive me a little insane, but that's all right. We can work with it. All right, let's take a look at where we want to chop. We got some tiny glades over here. We got a couple there. Got a couple here with a big old chunk of trees there. I think we'll start over here because there's 2 glades we could really easily get into. 3 really, and then we can pivot up to here and start taking out these bigger glades. So let's go ahead and build our... You'd think by now with the amount I played this game I'd know where everything's at, but I still click on the wrong icons constantly. Let's go ahead and build our woodcutters camps. Increase the old priority there. Get them going. I have a feeling we're going to need farms at some point. We'll get the stonecutters camp going, and we will get a... What do we need? A forager, Trapper's camp. Get a trapper's camp up and running over there. Let's go ahead and build the crude workstation. I don't necessarily want those over there. We'll put crude workstation here, put makeshift post here, put a rain collector down, even if we're not gonna actively do anything with it at the moment. A little well, I'll put it down here for now. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna go ahead and indicate to chop this area out, and I think we'll kind of leave it at that for now. We can go ahead and put some housing down. I'd like to put it right there, but I can at least get a house over here and get one over there. Maybe leave some space in between them for decorations. We'll figure it out. All right, that should be enough to get the ball rolling. Let's go ahead and look at our different buildings here that we could choose from. I feel like we're gonna need tavern down the road. A lot of fabric options here, actually. Interesting. I mean, the fabric's okay, but I think we're gonna need tavern down the road, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. Hopefully I won't pay too high of a price for being silly like that. I don't think we need to farm crystallized dew. We're gonna be getting it from the trees, so I don't think any of these provide any major benefit. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll while we can. There's the brewery. I will go ahead and pick that. And then I think, I don't know what we're getting yet, but biscuits and pie could be good. Rain mill, I need to secure that flour, otherwise biscuits and pie are pointless to get. So hopefully we'll get something down the road that will help with all that. We already indicated where we're chopping. I think we can go ahead and unpause now and get the ball rolling. Let's go ahead and pop some of our humans in here. And we'll get some more of our humans in here. We'll leave one available to continue building all these buildings. But I think the focus needs to be on chopping trees down, both for lumber and for whatever other resources we're going to be gaining from the trees. Local taxes. Hey, look at that. We get amber for every 100 ale. Conveniently, we just bought everything that we need to make ale. It's almost like it was planned, but not really. Let's go ahead and look at orders. Now, I have to remember, I took the ethereal orders. So there is the potential of having ethereal orders that we have to pick right away. I'm going to go with this because I want the +1 grain production and +1 fabric production in case we don't get any better option down the road. That'll at least help offset some of that bad decision. I am down. We have 8 minutes to figure out how to fulfill clothing needs 8 time. Even if we just buy it at a trading post, that's a very doable thing. So I am going to pick that. And we're going the farming route. So I think it's worth doing this to increase the grain even more. And I don't think we're going to have enough materials in 5 minutes and 30 seconds to do that. So I don't want to do that. The outerwear I think is very reasonable. I think we can pull that off. However, it does mean I need to get a trading post up and running like pronto. Now I'm just kind of building it wherever. And that's primarily because I think I'll be able to move it down the road because of the levitation. I could be wrong and that would kind of suck, but if we can do it with levitation, I'd be a happy boy. Let's see what happens when it finishes building. Okay, we focus fired that, got that chopped down. We go ahead and increase the chopping we're doing. We were rewarded with a field, which will get us started down the farming path very quickly. I am going to build it down here to leave room for a mine to go there if we want one to. Actually, that was a bad decision because, well, I could just put it here. Because if I put it here, I'm not getting those last 2 nodes. So we can go here, but that's further away and we have to chop it. Good thing is we could always just move it. So we'll just put it there for now and move it later. I don't see the move icon here, so I am a little worried that this is not going to be movable. No, it is not movable. So we're just going to have to build another trader post. So I kind of just slapped it down there thinking I was going to be able to move it at some point down the road. Oops, bad decision. Hopefully, I just realized I did not do anything to get plank production. Normally, one of the first options I pick is something that gives me better plank production, and I do not have that, so it's a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead and keep chopping down in this direction. We can get this all chopped out. Where's my one human that's supposed to be building stuff? They should be able to build like this stuff here, so I don't know what they're doing. Just kind of hanging out. There they go. They're starting to build again. All right, I am a little worried about that clothing. Certainly doesn't look like it's ticking down rather quick. The storm, I think, lasts longer than this, so I think I'm gonna have to call immediately. That's a little risky. All right, here we go. No coats. Dang, that was totally not worth it. I don't know what a check the trader does. I certainly don't want to do that. All right, that was a bad decision, and I don't even have enough resources to do anything. All right, so I think we're kind of hosed on this this outerwear situation. All right, the storm has started. Yeah, this was a bad call. I thought 8 minutes would be enough time. I thought we'd get somebody else here, and we won't be able to get the next one before the storm's over. Yikes. Okay, so I just progressed the impatience for no reason, which is very unfortunate. And now we're not going to get that order. All right, let's go ahead and move this down here. Get some more people available. Hey, look at that. We got our beaver boys, although it's going to be slow up front. Let's go ahead and look at our next options here. Rich glades could be good. Crowded houses, I like that because I don't have to build as many houses. I feel like every time we do that, we end up in a situation where we're building a ton of houses everywhere. Let's slap some people in here. Let's slap some people in here. Want to leave one person available to keep building. Yeah. We definitely need to get somebody going in here. I'm going to limit these to 10 for now. And make sure I check all the options. Keep that going. That'll let us at least build some stuff. Let's set all these to 2. And I do at some point need to put somebody in here. I'm going to actually take somebody out. And slap them in here for now. Should be fine. All right, let's look at our next orders. Man, it was really disappointing that that failed. Human colony. Can we build 6 human houses in that time? No, I don't think so. I'll focus on farming like I usually do. That usually works out for me pretty well. Beaver resolve at 22. I think that's a doable thing, so we'll go ahead and choose that. That's not going to be a quick thing, but it will be a thing that happens. Okay, we cleared out this. Let's go ahead and we'll just put them here for now, and we'll just focus on chopping out this region in particular. We could tap into this little glade here, and we'll position ourselves to start chopping into some of these glades while expanding at the same time. We are producing materials that should let us build this at some point and get the farm up and running. I would argue that that might be more important than even gathering meat, but we just simply don't have the resources at this point. So this does need to be higher priority. I want to make sure that the planks we produce go towards this in particular. We don't have any planks available. Where did those planks go? It says 0 out of 2, 0 out of 2. Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. All right, newcomers will be coming relatively soon. We'll just keep chopping away at these trees for now. I don't think we're ready to pop into a big glade. I think we're just going to have to wait for the next storm to go through before we move in that direction. All right, we do get some packs of crops. Hopefully we'll get some packs. Oh, I bet you it's going towards the packs of provisions. No, the packs of building materials, I mean. We can go ahead and select grain there. That's fine. We should chop these trees out too. That way we have some room to build the housing. Let's expand the path down a little bit. All right, we did tap into a glade. There was some more farmland over here, which we'll just move this down a little bit and move this down a little bit and try to get that trimmed out as much as possible. Let's go ahead and pick our next group of people. 3 beavers sounds fantastic. We can go ahead and just pop them directly into here and keep moving. Let's look at the next thing. Wood cutting is quicker. I think I'm gonna double up on the amber for ale. I think that's has the potential to give us a lot of amber down the road. Let's look at our caravan. Still no... Ooh, that could be good if we can get it. Oh, not a lot of resources to trade, though. Can we get to 11 without sacrificing too much? I mean, this would be nice, too, getting the faster crop harvesting. I feel like I'm willing to sell almost everything to make this happen. Can we... That's going to leave us with no food at all. I think that's acceptable. It's not ideal, but I think we can work with that. All right. That's for the future. It's a bad spot now, but to be in a good spot in the future. All right, humans should be available to do some work. Put another person into the old meat gathering. We got some people chopping away. This should be getting built pretty quickly. I want this high priority. We should have the resources. Look, they built this first. All right. Well, at least we didn't put people in it yet. All right, we're going to pop some humans in here, get that started right away. That's more food, and it works towards this farm life achievement, so that is definitely worth doing. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to slap another small farm down here. We'll face it up in this direction. We'll go ahead, slap down some farm fields. I'm hoping... All right, this should avoid glades, except marked, which should be perfectly acceptable. All right, let's go ahead and just keep trimming in this area. We could tap into another tiny glade. I don't mind that at all. We're entering into the clearance. Let's look at our next batch of orders we could choose from. I could double down on ale production again. And I actually think I will. Well, I don't know. I think we're going to have a lot of ale production, which is fine. That's what we want. But we need other things too. We can't just triple down on ale. Like pickled goods would be good. Because it looks like at least beavers will benefit. We don't know what our third race is yet, but they would at least benefit from that. And all that requires is going into 5 glades, which we definitely will do. I am going to go with that because we already have a plus ale, and ale builds up pretty quickly anyway. So I think that'll be fine. Repair or salvage and get packs of goods, or have harmony decorations. That's easy enough to do, so I will pick that because that just consumes resources, and that'll increase the amount of packs we can make, which I think could be a good thing. I am gonna, well, I can't really do anything right now, but ultimately I think I do want to add some more people. A little tight on food. Yeah, but I would like to add more people. Get more farmland going here. Get the farm fields built. I think doubling down on that is going to be really helpful for us in general. Okay, we tapped into another glade down here. We have a little coal deposit, a small encampment, some stone. I think what we need to do is start building some housing. So let's go ahead and slap down some beaver housing. And then we're going to want to slap down some human housing too. Even if these aren't built immediately, I think it's good to have. I don't know if it matters if they can actually access their house. Like, there's the arrow pointing that way. But if I build a decoration here, will it matter? I don't know. These are the harmony decorations, so I need to build a bunch of tiny ones. We can build some gardens there. That'll be fine. Okay, we are getting grain and potentially some vegetables out of here at some point. We are in our next storm in 2 minutes. When the storm is up, we will get our next batch of newcomers. That will hopefully help us populate at least this farm and get that up and running. Get some of this stuff built. We should be making some resources. Yeah, it looks like we have some bricks. Planks are most likely either being drugged to specific buildings right now, or they're being consumed here. Which I have it limited to 2. So hopefully, you know, I'm not gonna put anything else in there right now. I think I'll wait on that. All right, let's go ahead and look at our next thing here. Oddly rebellious. Burnt blightroot cyst lowers hostility by 10. And while it's corrupted, so I'm gonna go with baptism by fire, and the reason for that is we have a couple, once we hit hostility 3, we have a couple negative modifiers based off those cysts, and that's not too far away. So I want to be able to handle that. So at least that'll help lower hostility. So let's go ahead and get some people building these buildings. I do want to increase the priority of this to kind of get this going. Get a mine up and running there too. That would be kind of nice. I'm gonna go ahead and slap down some of this stuff here. This has nothing nearby, so let's go ahead and move it over here, get this insect meat. And then I think it's fine to just let them chop away and kind of clear out these areas. We really do need to tap into a sizable glade at some point. Let's get more people in here. So lizards look like our next thing. So that makes me a little happy about the choice we made with pickled goods, because they require pickled goods as well. So that will benefit kind of everyone. I don't know why no vegetables. Oh, I think they were eaten. I think I need to have 15 available, not just produced. So let's go ahead and look at consumption control. And I think what I want to do for now is turn off vegetables, just to make sure that we can bank up the 15 that we need. Okay, so Hilda has arrived. She should have something decent to trade. Is there a human I could swap out? I'm sure there is. Let's swap a lizard into there for now to put a human in here. They're more productive in the farm fields. That'll at least get those fields up and running. We could slap a lizard in here, just start making some of that stuff. Let's see what we got over here. Fabric production could be useful. I don't think I necessarily, well, maybe I can get to 15 or 14. Let's see how much wood we could sell. We don't have as much wood as we normally would. I guess pun intended on that, but all right, let's max out what we can get. I'm gonna trade for that. I think fabric production is useful, especially in the situation we're in now, where we have no resource buildings yet. We have to start doing something here. Like, something's got to give, because we are falling quite a bit behind. Packs of crops, I think we can maybe do something to maximize that a little bit. We have wheat in there, right? What do we need? 15 packs of crops? 18 packs of crops. Oh, wrong click. 18 packs of crops. All right, let's focus on getting that produced. The farm field should be helping with that at least a little bit. You know what? I probably shouldn't do the grain thing right now. Yeah, that might be a little problematic. Let's uncheck grain for the time being, just so I could try to get this done. Are we? All right, we are producing vegetables. It's just, they just haven't chopped them down yet. All right, we should be tapping into a glade. Well, we're really close to tapping into the glades. I'm gonna wait for this next storm to pass before we tap into this. I feel like we need, well, 1 more bodies, but 2. We just need to make some progress here, man. This is pretty rough. All right, well, I wasn't punished for not choosing that. I'll go the ale route this time. Although I don't know if I'm going to get a forum. I think it's worth trying to double down on that. Once we get the ball rolling, it should be fine. We're just not, we're not getting the traction we need to make any meaningful progress here. So I'm going to go ahead and just move this guy down here. I think I'm not going to use vegetables for this, that's for sure. Once this is done, I'll turn that in. I'm hoping that happens relatively soon. There we go. Finally have an order done. Gives me more people, gives me more grain, gives me a building to choose from. Simple tools could potentially be useful, although pickled goods, we now have a bonus for that, like a pretty sizable one. I think the simple tools is what I'm going to want to go with, and my rationale there is I'm getting crystallized dew, so, and I definitely have wood, so that will give me an avenue to make tools, and I think that's worth doing. So let's go ahead and slap down that. Let's get a brewery going, because that is useful in my current situation. Let's move this woodcutter over here. I want to rotate that around. And this woodcutter for now can just stay where it's at. I built a brewery, right? So let's get a rain mill up and running. Yeah, we could slap that there. That's fine. We don't have any barrels or anything, so we got to figure that out. That gives us pickled goods too, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that. Better packs of crops recipe, slightly, not super great, but better. So at least that can get up and running. We need more housing. I mean, I know they're building some housing down here now, but that is something that definitely needs to happen. We need to get this light post up and running as well. Let's go ahead and just put that down so it can be built, and we'll get a hydrant going over here as well. Well, we should probably move the hydrant to somewhere a little more sensical, like over there, a little more closer to the production buildings. Let's build some more pathways just so we have faster movement, and then I think slapping down a tavern would be a good idea. Let's move this rain collector and just slap it up here for now. That'll free up this space for the tavern to be built, even if we're not actually utilizing it right at this second. We do need more population, and then the decorations, and we should be good. Okay, so everything's kind of placed. We just have to wait for it to start being utilized. I'll go ahead and check this vegetable. I think I want to prioritize the brewery, because if we make the ale, we get money. We make money. We can use it to buy things at the trading post when the trader comes. Oh, this is really bad resolve. That's not good. Did they not have any food or something? Like, what's chewing away at them so much? All right, let's turn in this next order. Gives us more grain, more fabric production, some more parts to work with. Packs of crops should be pretty good to go here. I guess let's refocus our energy on getting the grain into here. I think we could slap a lizard boy in here. Let's move a beaver into there. Almost have enough beavers for everyone, or every one of those buildings now. Let's see what our next options are. Lumber mill. Thank you, sir. I was definitely waiting for that. That's like priority 1,000. Let's get that done as soon as possible. I think we can't even make them happy enough. I guess let's try to make the beavers happy and preserve them, even if we lose a lizard man. Yeah, so we lost a crafting lizard man, which is a little unfortunate. Grain production increases by 1 every 25 times it's produced. I mean, that sounds pretty great, because we are definitely going to be producing a ton of grain, even just between these two farms. So that is definitely worth doing, and we're going to need a lot of grain anyway, because of all these buildings we're doing. So let's go ahead and keep progressing here. Unpause. Packs of crops should start ticking up. All right, we can take... I immediately want to uncheck planks there and add this person here and just focus on churning out as many planks as possible. We have wood available, so let's like really focus on getting that all chopped out. We should have newcomers. As soon as the newcomers come, we'll go ahead and tap into this big glade. We definitely delayed going into the big glade long enough, so we just have to go deal with that as soon as we have some bodies to deal with the glade events. Okay, here are our newcomers. I will gladly take a bunch of beavers, so let's go ahead and swap this last human out with another beaver, and then we can go ahead and tap into this glade finally. Let's go ahead, dig into that. I'm hoping with this... All right, we'll put 2 beavers in there. That'll get the plank production churning out real good. And then once we have enough planks, we should just start cranking out these buildings, particularly the housing, which is really what I'm looking forward to. Let's go ahead and slap down just some paving. Do want to put some lizard houses up and some human houses. They have to stay within the boundaries. I believe they have to stay 100% in the boundaries. I think we tested that before, and it did not work if they were outside the boundary in any way. So that's, you know, not great. Let's go ahead and just chop this down here. Try to empty this area out just a scooch, because it is within the zone. And then we'll go ahead and get another couple human houses built here. We could, I think we sneak one in there. That should be good. All right, we tapped into this glade. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We do have more farmland here, which is kind of nice. All right, let's see this escaped convicts global resolve when this is being worked on will give us villagers and make incense for roots. So everybody's going to be really cheesed off for a couple minutes here, which is super unfortunate because we're going to lose some lizard boys, I think, here, just while we're working on that. Although we are building lizard housing, so maybe that will increase their moods a little bit once it's done. Yeah, okay, good. They're in the positive. So we should be, I'm not going to say okay, but we should be in a better position. All right, let's get this brewery done. And then we can, I think just churning out tons of planks is going to make a huge difference here. I feel like that always makes such a big difference. Let's slap a beaver in here, get this ale production. Well, we can't get it rolling. We don't have any meaningful resources for it. I guess we'll check all these little bottled options. We could uncheck this packs of crops recipe, and we'll move a person up here, and we'll keep going with this packs of crops over here. Okay. Mr. Old Farloof is here. I think we can go ahead and build a small farm right here, and should be able to sneak in a little farm field there. I would like to kind of chew that out a little bit more. Just get this all chopped out in case there's some resources hiding back there. But hopefully we get that building done in particular. Let's see if Old Farloof wants to trade anything. He will buy Spark Dew, which is kind of nice. I'm just producing that for a little extra cash and in case we need it for a Glade event. So it's not worth a ton, but it is worth a little bit. Is there anything worth getting? +3 Beaver Resolve. We need Beaver Resolve. Tool production. That's useful because we will be producing tools. So both of these are useful. I would argue that the Resolve is more valuable than the tool production because we'll be able to make pretty much unlimited tools at some point. So let's try to get to 15. I'm not confident we will be able to, but I want to try. I need to keep the packs of crops for now, but I don't think I need anything else at the moment. So let's just focus on that. That did not give us a ton. I'll go ahead, even though I need the planks, I'll go ahead and try to sell them and just see if that moves the needle in any way. Stone, I could part with some stone. I think that's worth doing. I won't go any deeper on that. I don't even think I could get another 20, but I definitely won't go any deeper on that, trying to. And now I think we just need to focus on building up our colony. We're slowly building all these housing units. It's definitely something we need to focus on, is getting everybody housed. There's just not enough housing. We do have some farm field production here, which is great. Here's the housing all popping up. We did just advance to a neighborhood, so that should have increased some resolve, it looks like. Get a couple more decorations going, and we should be in an even better position. Let's go ahead and slap down. Let's just slap down a couple gardens over here. Is that what I need? No, I need the other one. All right, let's slap down some parks. That's what I need. And then after the parks, we're gonna need, here we are. We're getting close to hostility 3, so now is a great time to get this rocking and rolling. I do want to limit this to, like, I don't know, maybe 20, and we could start burning down those blight cysts. Let's take a look at our last orders here. So we still have an avenue to get coats. This gives us incense per minute and +5 skewer production. That's huge. Although it's very heavy on the resource requirements and it's 7 minutes. There's no way we're going to get that in time. It's just not going to happen. So we'll choose that option instead. And then have 22 beavers. We need to double our beaver population. I can't guarantee that that's going to be a thing that happens. So I'll go this route, knowing that we should be able to fulfill that requirement. I need to build a little more, couple more farm fields there. We did get some people out of that glade event. All right, packs of crops are done. Let's go ahead and deliver that. That will make people a little bit happier. We don't have a way to make luxury goods. Well, we don't need luxury goods though. Skewers, that could be useful. Jerky's also useful. Pottery, I feel like we kind of need, I know it's a 1-star recipe, but I think having a way to make pottery is better than having no way to make pottery. I'm gonna pop a person in here and get going on the flour production. And actually, this is a better packs of building materials recipe than this, so I'm gonna uncheck that one as well. And we can make some building materials here. I'll limit that to 10, but I kind of don't want to prioritize that because I don't need it for an event in particular. I just want it because it, there we go. We're blasting out some blight rot, which is great. And actually that benefits us. So when we blast it out, we actually lower the hostility a little bit. So we should see this hostility actually go down as that blight rot gets blasted. Well, I guess it was up, but it will lower. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Free barrels. That will save the day. I need barrel production more than anything. Let's get this up and running. Simple tools. I'm not even gonna cap that. I just want as many as possible. I don't want to use this barrel recipe if I don't have to, but I will if it comes down to it. This is a trade goods recipe, so we do have a method of making trade goods, although I'm not really in a position to make trade goods right now. Food's a little tight. I am a little nervous about taking on people when I have no way to kind of feed them currently. Let's go ahead and pop one of everybody in there, get that going. Probably be a good idea given our food situation to try to get this high priority up and running. Do we need this for anything? A furnace? I don't think we're going to be doing anything with any of this. The brick recipe could be nice. It could be nice to have a slightly better brick recipe and a 2-star pie recipe in case we don't ever get a kitchen. That might be worth doing. So yes, I think we will rebuild this. I don't currently have enough resources to rebuild it, but I think we could. This is reeds. So I don't, what harvest reeds? Harvester camp. I think we can go ahead and slap down a harvester camp here. And I think given the nature of all these buildings that are over here, I'm just going to move that guy down temporarily. I think it is worth building a warehouse up in this area. So go ahead and slap that down. Build a couple paths along here. Get that up and running. Should make everybody just a little bit happier. And then let's go ahead and move down. I guess we can move down to this. Well, I cleared this out for a reason, and I can't remember why I did it now. But I do want to, we could get trailblazing knocked out pretty quickly by just tapping into some of these glades. So I think I will do that. There was something I was specifically trying to build over here, but now I can't remember what it was. Maybe it wasn't that important. I do need more decorations, and I specifically need harmony decorations. I think, yeah, it says it counts as 2 decorations of this type. So let's go ahead and just slap down. I'm going to need, let's see, 2. I'm going to need 8 total. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll just make a bunch of graves over there. That'll be fine. We are getting some housing up and running, so everybody will be housed, which is fantastic. What is going on over here? The fire is going out. That is not good at all. I think what we're going to have to do is build a mine here and get that up and running. Oh boy, that lowers some resolve. Let's get some wood delivered, boys. Delivery is in progress. I think that's definitely part of the problem right now. I'm going to turn off plank production temporarily just to try to get this back up and running. I definitely need to increase the priority of this. All right, we need a lot of wood, and we need it kind of banked up a little bit. A little worried about how quickly this fire is going out. We just tapped into a glade. It was a major danger glade, and there's another field here, so that'll be more food production, which we desperately need as well. Working effects. Spawns living matter. Well, that's always a challenge. I think rather than the resources are really valuable right now, given that we're out of food. It might be more valuable than actually having the amber. Has this produced anything yet? No. We've not actually made any ale yet? Oh, because we don't have any barrels. Okay. We should have made some barrels. Interesting. All right, well, I guess we start working on this. The living matter will actually yield resources as well, so it's not too terrible to have that. I'm going to pop somebody out of here for now and focus on getting these living matters ripped apart. Well, joke's on them. It's consuming food, but we don't have any food, so haha. All right, let's just focus on chopping down some of these trees. I want to make sure we have enough lumber to keep the fire going. Well, you know what? If they're... Wait, have they rebuilt this yet? Oh, we don't have enough planks for them to rebuild it right now. All right, so I think what we might have to do temporarily is take some people out of there and just add them into here to get this down faster. All right, we're almost done with trailblazing. All right, Sother the Ancient has arrived. I kind of wanna... We don't have enough time to wait for these to be done before Sother arrives. Why are we not investigating that? We should have been investigating that. Okay. Is there any resources that we need, like, immediately? We have some coal, so I think I'm gonna check that just so we don't run out of resources while we're in the middle of a storm. We're fine without any of this stuff. I'm gonna check this box just to make sure we have ample burninating going on. This is almost done, so that should take care of that relatively soon. Did we ever finish? No, we didn't finish the mine because we don't have enough resources. All right, that should be done. Wow, we're actually like losing people. That is significant. I was hoping this wouldn't be this bad. There we go. We managed to pull through. We'll get all the resources out of this, and that'll free up some people. There we go. Scouts are idle in furnace. Where can we move this? I think we're just going to move it down here for now. And we can harvest out some of the insect nodes here. Should be good to go. I'm going to move these guys down here temporarily, just so that we can get these trees chopped out as fast as possible. Get another farm up and running, because food is definitely an issue. I am gonna check planks and get that back up and running. That is high priority. I already have somebody in here. Let's go ahead and get these people back in here. Yeah. All right, we're somewhat stabilizing again. Let's go ahead and get a small farm slapped down over here. At least get that production up and going. I'll go ahead and extend a road over in that direction. Let's take a look. I think it's safe to just grab a good homogeneous blend there. We can go ahead and go with this. I think getting some from these insects that we're chopping out here. All right, here we go. We're back to getting some production in place here. Everything is once again being built. We don't need copper bars. The brick recipe was better here, and the pie recipe is always good to have. So I think it's fine to check all these boxes and just limit this to like 20. We'll slap a person in here just to have some production. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna put a human in here. I'll put it like a lizard in here, and maybe I'll put a lizard boy in here, and maybe that. But we need our humans to occupy every farm available, every farm possible. We should be making a ton of grain, and we have a fairly sizable grain bonus, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But apparently it seems to be at the moment. Hopefully this issue gets resolved. All right, let's focus on getting this built. I think it's worth doing that. Let's go ahead and put a lizard in here, maybe a couple beavers, just get some coal production going. I think that, you know, it'll make people mad in the storm because of that that glade effect, but I do think it's worth doing. Good to have resources available that are able to be burned other than wood, because we seem to be using wood like everywhere right now. Woodcutters has no, speaking of speaking of wood, I guess let's come up here and just keep trimming out this area here. Let's extend this path, and we'll move this guy over here. We'll just keep on chopping this area out. I think we can even tap into this glade. Well, it's a little close to the storm. Maybe we should wait. We'll tap into it next time, and that'll complete that event. All right, Happy Beavers is done. Let's turn that in before they change their mind. Packs of building materials, packs of trade goods. Let's take a look at our recipes. I know we have them somewhere. We do need another beaver house, so let's do that just to make sure people are not upset with us. Oh, let's also make sure we're not using the oil. Is there a way we can limit oil production or oil usage? I think packs of trade goods might potentially be utilizing that. Is it trade goods we need? It is trade goods we need. So let's stick to pigment on that. Oh, did I not cap flour? That's where all our grain is going. We're consuming it all for flour. All right, well, we're gonna have to put a stop to that because we need ale production. Let's see what our next building option is. This would be a water skin upgrade. Did we take an order that gives us skewers? I don't think we did. I think there was an option, but we knew we wouldn't get it in time. It'd be nice to get this done and get the pickled good production up. I'd really like a way to make, I think I'm gonna hold out for a reroll because well, maybe I'll take the skewers. But I'd really like a way to make coats. I'll take the grill for now, and we'll just slap it down here. I'm sure it will be fine. This farm is almost done. We can get humans in there. Then we have 4 farm fields pumping out as fast as they can. That should handle a lot of the food production we need. Do we have tools being made? We do. Let's go ahead and do this because this gives us artifacts, and it will give us coats, and that coats will translate to the need for clothing fulfilled. I think that's worth doing. Actually, we should look at all these different things and see what's available to us. I think for now I will take this Send to the Citadel, just because it would be good to have that stuff. Do I want... I'm gonna, do another local taxes. I think having the ale, it's not up and running yet, but it's getting there. We'll get there. Do I want more traders? Guild house. I don't think the guild house is worth much for me. Holy packs of crops, Batman. That's the other spot where all our resources are going. All right, I forgot to put a cap on that as well. So let's limit that to like 20. And now I am no longer wondering where all my grain is going because I think I just figured it out. I don't need packs of crops for anything either, which is kind of crazy. So I guess let's go ahead and just try to sell as much of that as possible. I do need building materials. Don't need provisions. I don't need incense really. I do need more oil. So let's go ahead and buy 10 more oil. I think that's worth getting. I don't I don't know if I need any of these buildings, so I think I'll just take as much amber as I can get and then just leave it at that. That should be fine for now. That gives me the oil I need. Then rainproof coats, all I need to do is find a couple more boxes that have coats in them, and we should be good to go. This we could send to the Citadel. I think we can go ahead and do that actually as soon as a worker frees up. Should be fine. All right, we are in the drizzle, so let's go ahead and chop through this glade. That'll complete the trailblazing. There's nobody in here working on jerky. We have no wood available anyway. Can't do anything with pottery. So I guess it's just this jerky. Nobody can do anything at the moment. Let's go ahead and chop through here. There we are. Trailblazing is complete. Let's go ahead and turn that in. Gives us some amber, some goods, +3 pickled goods production, which is great. I need a forum, and none of these will give me forum. This gives me religion and education. I don't need leisure because I have that from the tavern. This gives me a better pottery recipe, but again, I have no clay, so there's no real need for that. Let's go ahead and I guess, we could go with the temple, but I don't really need it. Let's see. They like religion. They like education. I don't know, maybe we did build a grill. Are we making pickled goods anywhere? I feel like we should be if we're not. All right, Temple of the Sun, use some of the incense for that. I think we'll just send this to the Citadel as well. I don't think we necessarily need any of that stuff. Okay, hopefully this production starts ramping up relatively soon. I feel like all this wood it's just not working out for me too well. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll just move up here and try to chop out as much as we can, as close to a storage unit as we can, and just kind of clean up some trees here. Try to get some resources as quick as possible. We just had +7.5, so that means somebody completed a... They're just harvesting all the stuff still. Okay, so we kind of have to wait for that. I don't really want any more people at the moment. I feel like we're pretty full up, although there are still some empty buildings. Maybe I will take... I'll take this grouping, although now I need to build more housing. So we have a beaver house being built here. That should take care of all the beaver residency requirements. We could slap a human house here, and then we'll put another lizard house over here, and that should take care of that. As soon as they actually get built, that is. Let's go ahead and put a lizard in here just to produce that when they are ready to. I almost feel like I need to build a third woodcutter's camp, just because of the amount of resources that are being consumed on a regular basis. I still don't have a way to make coats, which is a little unfortunate. Here we got some morale ticking up here, which is great. The more we could tick that up, the better. There is the harmony buildings are done. That gives us some more pack buildings. Would be nice to complete this. All right. I am going to go ahead and do the religion education. Let's see what else we get going here. That is coats, but it's only a 1-star coat recipe. I'm going to re-roll. Scrolls could be useful because we need that for the religion. Although I'm fairly confident we have at least a 1-star scroll recipe. Yeah, a couple of them. Feel like the biscuits would probably be more useful overall. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the cookhouse because we don't actually have a cookhouse anywhere. Let's go ahead and slap this down here. Cookhouse we can put up by this. Well, let's chop this out first, and then we'll put the cookhouse down. Move this woodcutter up here. Probably want to turn them around. Should be fine. Happen. Let's just chop all this crap out at this point. Wow, there we go. Everybody's happy. We're just kind of chugging along. That should start decreasing this and increasing this, which is fantastic. Hostility is still really high, but there's really not much we can do about it. All right, so we have biscuits. We still have a need for clothing. We do have purging fire banked up right now, which is good. Are we producing ale now? At least on a relatively regular basis. It looks like we might be. Yeah, we're making some progress towards that. That really dropped their morale. I'm gonna re-roll. I really want to try to find a coat recipe. There's the forum that I need. Let's go ahead and build a forum. I can't fit it here, but let's put it somewhere. I might have to build a second spot. Tap into this glade over here. I'm just gonna chop all this stuff out. I don't want to tap into this glade at all, but we're doing okay. We are doing okay. All right, woodpecker technique is really useful. We're not really producing incense, I don't think, so let's go ahead and, I mean, this will give us more insects, which will yield more trade good packs in the long run. This will help us produce wood quicker, and that is currently a shortcoming. But I think the insects on the whole are a better option because we use those for producing jerky as well. Although I think I should probably limit that to like 50. I think that leaves us in a fairly good position. How the heck? I didn't even see any stone over here. I looked right past it. Oh, and there's some giant nodes over here. All right, what do we have here? I think we can go ahead and get these barrels. We're getting people's resolve pretty high, so I think it's fine to keep the goods. Let's go ahead and talk to Sother. We have a lot of amber, which is not too surprising. I'm going to go ahead and increase the pigment production. This would give us a 1-star coat recipe, which I guess is worth getting, just so we have some way to make coats. Coal production could be valuable. I guess we'll just buy everything. I mean, we got the money. It's not going to hurt. Let's go ahead and pop down a druid hut. I guess we'll just sneak it in right here in this little nook. But we'll get that going. Ale, scrolls, and forum. All right, so who has the scroll recipe? I bet you it's this guy here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that going. Pigment we should have available. Let's limit that to like 60 and keep chipping away at that. I don't have anybody in here at all. Let's go ahead and put a lizard in here, and we can work on skewers. That should make them kind of happy there. I'm going to limit that to 50 as well, just so we get that production going. We did tap into a little glade here. Nothing too crazy. All right, so mine has no available ore. I think we need to... All right, let's look at what our options are. We'll go ahead and do this. I think that is perfectly acceptable. That's going to get a lot more coal for us. I think I'm to the point where I don't want more people. So let's just run with that. Let's gather the insects and meat from these small nodes here. We could probably go ahead and just get some of these coats knocked out where we can. Let's limit that to like 50. Just so we have a coat recipe going. I think it's worth doing. If we have coats, that should make them happier. That should make them happier. They don't really care about coats, but they certainly care about the pickled goods, and they care about religion. So if we can get religion up and running, that would be pretty great as well. We have some materials for that. Although I am apparently consuming the scrolls as quick as I'm making them. Plenty of barrels, so that's good. Do I need to limit pickled goods? We'll throw it at 50 for now. But I think, yeah, everybody's pretty happy with that. Okay, we did complete this need for clothing, so let's go ahead and turn that in. That gives us +3 clothing. It did add 5 more people, which is a little unfortunate because now we have a housing situation to deal with yet again. I think we could cram in another couple houses here and at least overcome that immediate need. We're taking care of the blight rot pretty effectively, so that should actually be lowering hostility a little bit. But we are working towards the building materials and packs of trade goods. I think this is the only one that has the box checked. I think. Did we get a cookhouse for biscuits? We did, but we never built it because we were clearing out this space here. That's right. All right, so let's go ahead and build that and get that going. because we should have all the materials we need for biscuits as well. So let's go ahead and plop that down. They tapped into a small glade there. That's fine. Let's look at our next cornerstone. It's a little late in the game to do anything with meat, so let's go ahead and re-roll. So both of these could potentially be good. How much is coming from woodcutters? That's just -8. Let's look at our hostility here. So that's 96. So is it 8, just an overall -8, which is not that much? Or is it -40 hostility for every hub? Oh, so it'd be -40 because I only have 1 hub. I'm going to choose this just to see. Does it just go down by 8? No, it went down by over 40. So, yeah, there's something else going on there. All right, let's look at our last building option. I don't think we need any of this stuff, but let's go ahead and re-roll. Yeah, I mean, these are better recipes, but again, I don't really need them. There's a better coat recipe and a better barrel recipe. So maybe we will go with that. Let's go ahead and slap one of these down here. All right, let's pop some peeps into here. We could keep going on biscuits, although we don't really have that many resources available. I think we have a better skewer recipe. I don't know if we have a better pigment recipe. This might be a better pigment recipe. So let's go ahead and limit this to, like, I don't know, let's limit that to 60. I don't think we're not going to need to worry about it. I think we're going to win here in just a moment. Okay, we did pop into a danger glade here. Yeah, we'll use some coal for this. Should be fine. We'll go ahead and set this to here. That will spawn fisherman totems. Go ahead and investigate that. And there we go. We win. So we completed a deed for Levitating Monument. We got 15 artifacts because one of the chests had 5 artifacts in it. So that's a nice little bonus. It took a little longer than normal, but you know, hour 17 isn't too crazy for us. So yeah, I think overall that went really well. And then next time around we get to go into a treasure chest, which will be really nice. So that is fantastic. All right, thank you for watching. If you liked the episode, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel to see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.